I thought love was supposed to feel safe. Why does loving you feel like losing me? Love shouldn't hurt this much, shouldn't leave me scared to speak. I keep giving everything while you give the least of me. Love shouldn't hurt this much, shouldn't feel this hard to hold. I stayed because I loved you, even when your heart turned cold. I kept calling it love because I was afraid to call it pain. Love shouldn't hurt this much, shouldn't break me every night. I shouldn't have to lose myself just to keep you in my life. Love shouldn't hurt this much, shouldn't make me beg for care if I have to hurt to keep you. Maybe love was never there. I learned to hide my feelings so we would never fight. I smiled when I was hurting and cried when you slept at night. I kept hoping you would notice, I kept waiting for a change. But loving someone should not mean getting used to all the pain. I gave you every reason to stay close, you gave me reasons to let go. Love shouldn't hurt this much, shouldn't break me every night. I shouldn't have to lose myself just to keep you in my life. Love shouldn't hurt this much, shouldn't make me beg for care if I have to hurt to keep you. Maybe love was never there. Maybe real love can hurt sometimes, but it should never make me forget my worth. Love shouldn't hurt this much, so tonight I choose myself. I will not keep calling pain the love I thought I felt. Love shouldn't hurt this much, and now I finally know if staying means losing me, then I have to let you go. I still love you, but tonight I love myself enough to leave. I kept giving because I thought love meant never stopping. I gave too much, more than I could afford. I gave you all my patience, then kept giving even more. I gave too much until there was less of me. I called it love and loyalty, but I was slowly disappearing. I thought giving more would make you stay, it only made me lose my way. I gave too much and left myself with nothing. I kept pouring from an empty heart just to keep us running. I gave too much while you gave changed my plans around you. I learned to need less. I carried every heavy thing and told myself I was blessed. But love should feel like balance. It should not feel like debt. I kept trying to earn a place I should have never had to beg for. I was loving you and abandoning me. I gave too much and left myself with nothing. I kept pouring from an empty heart just to keep us running. I gave too much while you gave less each day. I thought love meant sacrifice, but love should not erase me. But now I know my limit. I can love with an open heart and still protect what is in it. I gave too much and I finally understand. Love should add to who I am, not take away who I have been. I stopped pouring into empty hands, and slowly I filled myself again. I was right beside you. Still, I felt invisible. You never saw me, not the way I needed you to. You saw the smile I gave the room, not what I was going through. You never saw me, even when I tried to show. I kept waiting for your eyes to notice I was letting go. I was speaking without words, you were already somewhere else. You never saw me, even when I stood so close. I was breaking in your arms, and you never seemed to know. You never saw me, not the hurt behind my smile. I stayed beside you for so long and disappeared a little while. I stopped asking to be heard. I stopped explaining every tear. I learned to make myself smaller so I would be easier to keep near. But love should feel like being known, not like begging to be seen. I gave you every honest part and still felt in between. I thought love would make me visible. Instead, I faded. You never saw me, even when I stood so close. I was breaking in your arms, and you never seemed to know. You never saw me, not the hurt behind my smile. I stayed beside you for so long and disappeared a little while. Maybe being unseen hurts more than being alone. At least alone I do I will not wait for someone else to tell me I am worth their love. You never saw me, and maybe that is why I know I deserve a heart that notices when mine is hurting. You look past me, I looked within, and finally I found who you missed. I kept choosing us until I could not recognize me. I lost myself trying to keep you close. I changed the way I spoke, the things I needed most. I lost myself inside what you wanted. I kept making room for you until there was none left for me. I thought love meant meeting you halfway, but I kept walking past my own side. I lost myself trying not to lose you. I gave away my peace just to keep us from falling through. I lost myself, and that hurt more than goodbye. I kept fighting for your heart while leaving mine behind. I stopped saying when I was hurt. I stopped asking you to change. I learned to call my silence peace just so we could stay the same. But every time I bent for you, something in me disappeared. I was still beside you, but I was no longer here. Love should not ask me to become less. I lost myself trying not to lose you. I gave away my peace just to keep us from falling through. I lost myself, and that hurt more than goodbye. I kept fighting for your heart while leaving mine behind. Maybe losing you was not the worst thing. Maybe the worst thing was almost losing who I was. I lost myself, but I am finding me again, piece by piece, outside the life we tried to mend. I lost myself, but I will not stay that way. If love costs me who I am, then love is too much to pay. I said my name out loud, and this time it sounded like mine. I kept calling it love, but love should not feel like this. Loving you hurt more than I wanted to admit. I kept choosing the good days and hiding what came with them. Loving you hurt, but I stayed through every sign. thought pain was part of loving, so I kept giving you my time. I confused endurance with devotion. Loving you hurt, and I kept calling it enough. I thought if I stayed a little longer, you would remember how to love. Loving you hurt, and I slowly lost my peace. I was holding on to us while everything in me was weak. I learned to expect less. I learned to cry alone. I stopped asking for affection just to keep the house calm. But love should not feel lonely when two people share a room. I should not have to disappear just to make space for you. The truth was simple. I was hurting more than I was loved. Loving you hurt, and I kept calling it enough. I thought if I stayed a little longer, you would remember how to love. Loving you hurt, and I slowly lost my peace. I was holding on to us while everything in me was weak. Maybe love can be difficult, but it should not make pain feel normal. Loving you hurt, so I finally chose to leave. I stopped asking broken love to become what I needed. Loving you hurt, and now I know what love should do. It should not make me afraid of being who I am with you. I stopped calling pain a kind of love, and the room finally felt honest. I kept calling it us, but most days it was only me. I was the only one still trying to make it work. I kept fixing every silence, every distance, every hurt. I was the only one still fighting for our name. You were standing right beside me, but you had already changed. I kept carrying two hearts with only one pair of hands. I was the only one still choosing us each day, the only one still holding on when you were pulling away. I was the only one trying to keep the love alive. You stopped meeting me halfway, and I kept crossing every mile. I planned the talks, I made the peace. I always reached out first. I learned to swallow every need so nothing would get worse. But love should not be one voice calling into an empty room. I should should not have to do it all just to keep feeling close to you. I thought trying harder would save us. It only made me tired. I was the only one still choosing us each day, the only one still holding on when you were pulling away. I was the only one trying to keep the love alive. You stopped meeting me halfway, and I kept crossing every mile. Maybe love cannot survive when only one person keeps feeding it. I was the only one, and now I finally let that end. I will not keep calling it love when I am my only friend. I was the only one, but I do not have to be. If love is real, it should reach back when it reaches for me. I cleared the table, and for once I stopped setting a place for two. I thought love meant carrying each other somewhere. I started carrying both. I carried us through every silent week. I kept holding up the pieces when you were too tired to speak. I carried us through every changing day. I kept making room for two while you kept drifting away. I called it patience, but really I was carrying the whole weight. I carried us until my arms gave out. I held the love, the fear, the hope, and every growing doubt. I carried us while you stopped reaching back. I kept trying to save the bridge while you were leaving the path. I made excuses for your distance. I softened every fight. I kept telling myself tomorrow would finally feel right. But love should not feel heavy because one person never lives. I should not have to break myself just to keep us from the edge. I was not weak for getting tired. I was tired because I did too much. I carried us until my arms gave out. I held the love, the fear, the hope, and every growing doubt. I carried us while you stopped reaching back. I kept trying to save the bridge while you were leaving the path. Maybe love is not meant to be carried alone. Maybe two hearts should share the weight or let it fall. I carried us, but tonight I put it down. stopped taking all the blame for what we could not turn around. I carried on for longer than I should. Now I carry only me, and somehow that feels light enough. I set the weight down. The rain had stopped, and I walked on with empty hands. I kept choosing you. Then one day I realized you had stopped choosing me. You stopped choosing me before you said goodbye. I felt it in the distance, in the way you met my eyes. You stopped choosing me while I kept holding on. I was still fighting for the love you had already moved beyond. I kept waiting for your heart to come back. You stopped choosing me, and I kept choosing us. I gave more every time. You gave a little less. You stopped choosing me, and that was hard to see. Love cannot live on memory. When one heart wants to leave, I noticed every colder answer, every touch became too brief. I told myself you were just tired, but I knew underneath. I kept making room for hope. You kept making room to go. The truth was standing between us long before I let it show. Love is not only who we once chose, it is who we keep choosing now. You stopped choosing me, and I kept choosing us. I gave more every time. You gave a little less. You stopped choosing me, and that was hard to see. Love cannot live on memory. When one heart wants to leave, maybe the ending was not when you left. Maybe it was the day your heart stopped turning toward mine. You stopped choosing me, so now I choose myself. I will not keep holding on to love that has nothing left. You stopped choosing me, and finally I can see I deserve a heart that chooses to keep choosing me. I stopped waiting to be chosen, and chose myself instead. My heart kept showing up, even when yours stopped coming. My heart did everything waited, forgave and stayed. It kept finding reasons for you when you had nothing left to say. My heart did everything until it could barely breathe. It carried every broken promise and still refused to leave. I thought love meant never giving up. My heart did everything while yours kept pulling away. It kept choosing hope when there was nothing left to save. My heart did everything, and that is why it broke. I gave us every part of me while you gave almost nothing back. I called first, I came back, I fixed what I did not break. I gave you every second chance my own heart could take. But love should not be one person doing all the work. I should not have to prove my worth by surviving every hurt. I was loyal past the point of losing myself. My heart did everything while yours kept pulling away. It kept choosing hope when there was nothing left to save. My heart did everything, and that is why it broke. I gave us every part of me while you gave almost nothing back. Maybe love should not need rescue every day. Maybe a heart should be met, not tested. My heart did everything, but now it gets to rest. It does not have to save a love that never gave its best. My heart did everything, and now I finally see the next love I give will have to meet me halfway. I stopped trying to save us, and for once I saved my heart. You said almost nothing, and somehow I learned to love what you refuse to say. I loved your silence because I thought it meant peace. I kept reading love between the lines when you gave me nothing to believe. I loved your silence even when it pushed me away. I told myself you needed space while I was begging you to stay. I kept giving meaning to the words you never spoke. I loved your silence until it started hurting me. I called your distance patience, and your coldness honesty. I loved your silence. The silence cannot hold a heart. you would finally let me in. But love should not feel like guessing what another heart is hidden. I was listening for love that was no longer there. I loved your silence until it started hurting me. I called your distance patience and your coldness honesty. I loved your silence, but silence cannot hold a heart. I kept filling every empty space while you were falling apart. Maybe silence can be beautiful, but not when it becomes a place where love disappears. I loved your silence, but now I need a love that speaks, a heart that says what it feels, a voice that reaches back to me. I loved your silence, but I finally understand. I should not have to hear I love you in everything you never said. The room stayed quiet. This time I did not translate it into love. You looked okay. I was still learning how to breathe. I broke while you healed, or maybe you healed before me. You were already finding peace while I was losing sleep. I broke while you healed, still trying to understand. You walked into another life while I was reaching for your hand. I kept comparing my pain to your silence. I broke while you healed, and that made losing hurt more. You looked lighter every day while I was falling to the floor. I broke while you healed, but healing is not a race. Your peace does not mean I failed. I just needed more time and space. I watched you smile in pictures. I wondered how you moved so fast. I thought maybe I meant less to you because you escaped the past. But everyone survives differently. Some leave before goodbye. Some feel everything much later. Some learn slowly how to rise. Your healing does not decide the value of my pain. I broke while you healed, and like you. Maybe I only need to keep becoming whole in my own way. I broke while you healed, but I am healing now too. Not because I stopped remembering, not because I stopped loving you. I broke while you healed, but I finally understand. You had your way of moving on, and I have mine. I stopped watching how you were healing and started noticing how far I had come. I tried everything, and somehow we still ended. I couldn't save us, no matter how hard I tried. I kept fixing every broken thing while you kept stepping aside. I couldn't save us, though I gave you all I had. I thought love meant never leaving, even when it hurt this bad. I carried hope long after you put yours down. I couldn't save us, and that does not mean I failed. I fought for every piece of love until there was nothing left to save. I couldn't save us because love needs more than one. I kept reaching for your heart, but yours had already gone. I said sorry when I was hurting. I made peace when you went cold. I kept choosing one more chance until I had none left to hold. But some endings cannot be fixed. Some hearts stop moving the same way. I finally learned that loving harder cannot make someone stay. I was not weak for letting go. I was tired of fighting alone. I couldn't save us, and that does not mean I failed. I fought for every piece of love until there was nothing left to save. I couldn't save us because love needs more than one. I kept reaching for your heart, but yours had already gone. Maybe saving love sometimes means knowing when to stop. Maybe letting go is not giving up. Maybe it is finally accepting the truth. I couldn't save us, but I can still save me. I do not have to stay inside love that stopped choosing me. I couldn't save us, and now I let that be. Some things cannot be rescued, but I can still walk away free. I stopped trying to rebuild us, and finally I started rebuilding me. I will not lie about the good. I will not lie pain either. Love was real, pain was too. Both lived inside our story. There were nights you made me feel safe, and nights I barely knew me. Love was real, pain was too. That is what made leaving hard. I kept holding all the beauty while the hurt kept growing dark. I thought admitting the pain would erase what was good. Love was real, pain was too. I do not have to choose one truth. You gave me moments I still treasure, and wounds I had to walk through. Love was real, pain was too, and both can live inside the same heart. I can honor what was beautiful without going back to what broke me apart. I remember all the laughter, I remember all the tears, I remember feeling wanted, I remember living in fear. Maybe that is why I stayed long after I should have gone. The love gave me reasons to hold on, the pain gave me reasons to move on. I do not need to make you a villain to know I deserved more. Love was real, pain was too. I do not have to choose one truth. You gave me moments I still treasure, and wounds I had to walk through. Love was real, pain was too, and both can live inside the same heart. I can honor what was beautiful without going back to what broke me apart. Maybe maturity is remembering the love without romanticizing the hurt. Maybe truth is finally holding both. Love was real, pain was too, and now I leave them where they belong. I will keep what made me softer and release what made me small. Love was real, pain was too, but neither gets to define me now. I loved you, I was hurt, and I am still allowed to heal. I kept the good, I named the pain, and finally I stopped confusing the two. I spent so long choosing you. Tonight I chose me. I chose myself when loving you became too hard. I stopped giving every broken piece another chance to break my heart. I chose myself when staying cost me peace. I finally understood that love should not require less of me. I thought leaving meant I failed. Now I know it meant I listened. I chose myself, and that was not selfish. I stopped begging for a love that kept making me feel worthless. I chose myself, took back all the little dreams I pushed aside for you. I called old friends, I made new plans. I started living something true. I still miss what we once had. I still remember who you were, but missing you is not a reason to return to what hurt. I can love the past without living there. I chose myself, and that was not selfish. I stopped begging for a love that kept making me feel worthless. I chose myself, even though it hurt to leave. For the first time in a long time, I became someone I could believe. Maybe self-love is not choosing yourself over everyone. Maybe it is refusing to keep abandoning yourself for someone else. I chose myself, and now I finally feel clear. I can still carry love in my heart without keeping you near. I chose myself, and I will choose me again. If love ever comes back, it will have to meet the person I became. I closed the window. The room felt quiet, and for once, quiet felt like peace. I used to ask for everything. Love should have given freely. Then I stopped. I stopped asking for your time and your attention. I stopped begging for the warmth that once came without a question. I stopped asking if you still wanted me. I got tired of needing answers your actions already gave. I thought asking less would hurt less. It only showed me how little was left. I stopped asking because love should not feel forced. I should not have to beg for care from someone I once trusted most. I stopped asking, and the silence told me why. When love has to be requested, something in it has already died. I stopped asking where you were. I stopped asking what was wrong. I stopped carrying conversations you never wanted to belong to. I learned that being quiet can sometimes set you free. I did not need another answer to know you were leaving me. The truth became clear when I stopped chasing it. I stopped asking because love should not feel forced. I should not have to beg for care from you stopped doing. I stopped asking, and I finally heard myself. I stopped reaching for your love and started choosing something else. I stopped asking, not because I stopped feeling. I just learned that real love should not need pleading. I asked nothing, you said nothing, and somehow that told me everything. I thought losing you would empty my life. Instead, it showed me what was still mine. Losing you found me under everything I gave away. I met the version of myself I had forgotten how to save. Losing you found me when the silence finally cleared. I heard my own voice coming back after years of disappearing. I thought the ending would leave me with nothing. Losing you found me when I thought I had lost it all. I stopped building my whole worth around whether you would call. Losing you found me piece by piece, day by day. I lost the love I tried to keep, but found the girl I gave away. I started choosing what I wanted. I stopped apologizing for my needs. I found old dreams beneath the damage and gave them back to me. I still remember loving you. I still remember what it cost, but not every ending is destruction. Some losses show us what was lost. I did not become someone new. I came back to who I was. Losing you found me when I thought I had lost it all. I stopped building my whole worth around whether you would call. Losing you found me piece by piece, day by day. I lost the love I tried to keep, but found the girl I gave away. Maybe losing someone is not always the end of a life. Sometimes it is the beginning of returning to your own. Losing you found me, and now I finally understand. I was never meant to disappear, just to keep holding your hand. Losing you found me, and I will not lose me again. You were part of my story, but I am where it begins. I kept walking, no one followed, and somehow I did not feel left behind. For so long your hands to hold me, to know that I am real. I am enough without you, without your voice, without your name. I can stand inside my own life and not feel less the same. I gave your love too much power over how I saw myself. I am enough without you. I do not need to be chosen. I do not need another heart to tell me I am whole. I am enough without you. Even if some nights still hurt, you were part of what I wanted, not the measure of my worth. Spaces, I thought alone meant something wrong. Now I hear my own thoughts clearly and realize I still belong. I can laugh without your laughter. I can dream without your plans. I can build a life that fits me with my own two steady hands. Love can add to me. It should never define me. I am enough without you. I do not need to be chosen. I do not need another heart to tell me I am whole. I am enough without you. Even if some nights still hurt, you were part of what I wanted, not the measure of my worth. Maybe being whole was never something you gave me. Maybe I only forgot it was already mine. I am enough without you, and now I finally believe I can love again one day without giving away all of me. I am enough without you, and the truth feels calm and clear. I do not need you to come back to know I belong here. The city kept glowing. I stood there alone, and for once, that felt complete. I used to ask why you hurt me. Now I ask what it taught me. Thank you for the lesson, for showing me what love should not be, for teaching me how much I can give and how much I need to keep. Thank you for the lesson, even if it came through pain. I learned that losing someone does not mean losing my name. I do not thank the hurt, I thank who I became after it. Thank you for the lesson, for every truth I finally saw. I learned that love without respect is not enough at all. Thank you for the lesson, you did not break my life. I learned not to ignore the silence. I learned not to beg for care. I learned that being needed is not the same as someone being there. I learned to trust my feelings, to leave when peace is gone. I learned I can still love deeply without holding on too long. Some lessons hurt because they change us. Thank you for the lesson, for every truth I finally saw. I learned that love without respect is not enough at all. Thank you for the lesson, for the strength I had to find. You may have broken something once, but you did not break my life. Maybe closure is not hearing I'm sorry. Maybe it is knowing I will never accept the same pain twice. Thank you for the lesson. Now I leave the past behind. I keep the wisdom, lose the hurt, and carry forward what is mine. Thank you for the lesson. You taught me one thing true. The next time love finds me, I will not disappear inside it too. I close the page, not with anger, with understanding. I used to think love had to come from someone else. Loving myself is enough to keep me standing. I do not need another heart to prove that I am worthy. Loving myself is enough, even when the room is quiet. I can give myself the care I kept begging you to try. I spent so long waiting to be chosen. Now I choose me. Loving myself is enough to build a life again, enough to hold my broken parts and let them slowly mend. Loving myself is enough, not because I do not want love. I just know another person cannot be the source of all I am. I still believe in being close. I still believe in being known, but I will never call it love if it makes me leave myself alone. I will bring my whole heart with me. I will keep my dreams and name. If someone comes to walk beside me, He opened the curtains, the room filled with light, and I was all